Hi. So today I want to talk about a topic that is often uh, on my mind, a topic that is often in my concern. That is the topic of democracy. Democracy. If we look at the Western world, Europe, North America, South America, Australia, almost the entire world, almost is founded upon the type of democracy from Old Greek. And the Old Greek kind of democracy was not a real democracy. It was a democracy where people who were male, people who were male, people who had land, people who had money, who were free and privileged, they were allowed to vote and govern. And this type of government, of democracy, is what we have copied and made fundament of the Western Europe, North America, South America, almost everywhere. Um, you know, this type of democracy, which is not a real democracy. It is not a real democracy because it has, um, in the starting point, in the starting point of our democracy, of where it is rooted, is based upon this Greek model, which is full of faults, which is full of abuse and ignorance and lies and greed. It's quite obvious. They were male, they were rich, they were privileged, they had land, they were the elite, and they were allowed to vote and govern. Now, as long as we have not taken a really, really deep down change of this system from ourselves, from our own systems in Norway and Sweden and USA and wherever, if we don't, find it within ourselves to change these systems, because they're not real democracies by far, by the terms of the word. They are democracies of greed. They are democracies of poverty, of inequality, of fear, of illness, and dire conditions of the mental state of humanity, basically. Um, so, as long as we are not taking a full, and I do mean full and complete, um, recreation of our democracies for what is best for all, oneness and equality, for what is best for all. As long as we don't take a full and complete recreation of our democracy, we will continue to see the ingrained, the seeds of abuse, of greed, of, they're not even seeds, but they're just programs, they're systems, they're programs and they're systems of greed, of poverty, of war, of selfishness, of jealousy, of blame, of inequality. All these things are there from the beginning of Old Greek democracy. And the faults are still with us today in our today democracy. no matter where you look. The faults and characteristics from those days that I mentioned a few times now are still with us today. And as long as we don't take a full and complete, recreation of our systems, of our governing systems, of our systems, we will continue to see shit blow up in our faces because it's programmed in there for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years back, and before that even. The systems of fault of our democracies everywhere are ingrained from the sins of the fathers, obviously. So it's no wonder that shit gets screwed up and society gets ruined. And if you see this greed of politicians or politicians going to war against other countries or societies and so on, it's programmed. It's systems that is programmed. And as long as we don't deal with that, as long as we don't really, really deep down deal with that, this will continue to happen and occur. So until we find what is best for all, what is inequality for what is best for all life, we will continue on seeing consequence of the deceitful, whatever name you have on it, democracy that we currently live under. So, yeah, that's it for now. Thank you and enjoy!